Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. Today, we're not reviewing a ship, but we're celebrating, because if you have noticed it, recently the channel has crossed the magic barrier of 4,000 subscribers, which is amazing, and, well, yes, it is all kinds of amazing, really. I would have never thought it would go this far, but you know how it is. Apparently people enjoy listening to me talk, so perfect. But as is customary, we are going to, well, celebrate this by giving away a ship. And as the eagle-eyed upon you might have been spotting it, it's American, courtesy of the little flag waving back there. And it's a destroyer. And it's very pretty, and it's one of my favorite ships. It's the USS Sims, the Tier 7 premium American destroyer. So what makes the Sims so special? I've got a very quick... just a very quick look, just so you kind of know why I did ask everybody, and it seems that the majority of you agree with me, but, you know, let me just give you a very little idea as to why I like this ship so much. So if we compare her, for example, to the Mahan, So somebody tell me, at Tier 7, her tech tree counterpart, the Sims is, well, she really is better in pretty much all regards. Because, well, first of all, she gets a better smoke. And she gets a defensive AA at Tier 7. And she is very much more maneuverable by a fair margin on the traverse speed. That is really noticeable. This is one of the most agile destroyers I've played. She is very quick, to 37 knots. And she's got good guns. I mean, on paper, these are Tier 8 guns. They're the Mark 30s. In practice, they have the exact same range, damage, and everything else, but they do have a faster reload. In return, you only get 4 of them. But the turret traverse is excellent because, well, more modern turret, I guess, and they do reload faster than the other guns. So, gun power wise, she is probably pretty much comparable. Torpedo wise, on the other hand, while the Mahan has a 6.6 kilometer range, which makes it very hard to stealth torp in the ship. The Sims has a 7.5 kilometer range, which makes it reasonably easy to stealth torp in the ship. The torpedoes hit slightly harder, and you don't get as many of them. You only get two quad launchers, but at least they're center mounted and you can shoot them in the same direction. They are not the fastest torpedoes, so you do have to, you know, kind of be smart about your torps. She has a pretty good AA setup, and with the defensive AA up, she actually gets a 160-100 air defense, which isn't going to let her stand alone against aircraft, but she does have a bit of a chance. The other thing is that she has one of the best concealments in Tier 7. And I think only the Gajamada has a better base concealment with 5.88 kilometers, which means that the way I've set her up, and I actually have the propulsion mod 2 in here instead of the concealment system, because I like to play this as a fast gunboat and play her rather aggressively, which gets the speed up to 39 knots on a base speed. So which means it's about 40 knots with the supplies in, and on the engine boost on, I think she does engine boost and preheating. She does 44 point something knots in the opening stages of the battle. So this is reaching Soviet destroyer levels of speed in the early stages. Once again, with the historical camo on, very maneuverable ship, and the guns are fun as well. I've put the reload module in, getting the reload time down to 3.3 seconds, which means she can put out a reasonable amount of fire. Now, slow shells, so at long range you're not going to hit a great deal of things, but rapid firing 127s, you can set a decent amount of fires. The big thing for me is about the torpedoes, and with the historical camo, I got it up to 7.8 kilometers, so you can very comfortably stealth torp if the situation requires this. You have a smoke, you have an engine boost, you have an AA defense, so you can play stealth if needed, and you can play aggressive if warranted, and do both roles. And this for me, and yeah, surface detection 5.6, you could get that down further if you wanted to, and use the concealment mod and sacrifice a little bit of speed. Is a perfectly valid setup. So for me, this is an absolutely excellent mid-tier destroyer. She's great fun. She's super maneuverable. You can zip around, dunk torpedoes into things. The torpedoes reload reasonably quickly. You can do area denial and similar stuff. So it's all in all a really, really fun ship, in my opinion. So after this short just overview, review, whatever you want to call it, yeah, we're giving one away. So thanks to Wargaming, whose courtesy that comes. It's going to be the usual thing. I'll leave a link in the description to a form where you can enter your details. And please don't post your details into the comments, because I will not be typing that into a spreadsheet. If you enter it in the form, it shows up in a spreadsheet by itself, which is very convenient because it means I don't have to do it. So yeah, and then we'll let that run for a week as is customary. So next week, Saturday, I am going to draw the lucky winner and then have Wargaming send them a brand new Sims. Minus the historical camo, obviously, just the Sims. But, you know, even without that, it's still a very, very good ship. So good luck to you. And thanks for that. And we'll see each other again at 5,000 subs now. I'll be right back on Monday with probably the A gear. Depends if I'll have time to actually get some test plays in. Otherwise, the Nevsky. So we'll see. But I'll post an update tomorrow on what the schedule is for the coming week. Anyway, thanks, and see you around. Have a good weekend.